It's gotta be a decision. It's the only way they can control it.
Oh, did she blow? Did she blow that crane?
That crow was a snitch. He had to go.
That wasn't even a movie.
It wasn't.
No, why did y'all put that in the book? I would have made that better. Look at this. All right, I see you, bitch. Oh, you gotta go.
It's gotta be a decision.
No, wait, no! You know what I wish would have happened when that crow blew up? I wish chicken wings would have flew around, little drumlets. I wish a goddamn like a bucket of chicken, a two-piece. I wish a two-piece would have came raining down.
Nah, that would have been hilarious. Like in the cartoons where it heats and blows up, but there's just a whole crow's carcass there, cooked with.
It's a turkey up there, yeah. Hey everyone, do you enjoy Double Toasted? Then put it on your body. Check out our tpublic.com merch store where you'll find all these wonderful designs that look great on high quality t-shirts with more designs coming soon. Or check out other high quality items such as mugs, pillows, tote bags, and more. Once again, that is tpublic.com, teepublic.com, or click the link in the description below. Peacock, man. Peacock was proud. Proud as a peacock. Boy, they've been talking about this Firestarter for months now.
Have they?
Yeah, they talking about, we finally gonna do Stephen King right.
Everybody else got their Stephen King. What about us?
Yeah,
we got a Stephen King too.
Yeah, but ain't nobody gonna be able to do King like we do King. We gonna be the king of King over here, y'all. Because, you know, back in the day, they made that Firestarter, and some of y'all are nostalgic about that, but y'all don't know nothing about that real Firestarter out here. You know, and by the way, I never saw that Firestarter from
you never did?
1984. Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
Remember people talking about it, but for some reason I never saw it.
Charlie McGee is a healthy 8-year-old girl.
And you give her to me.
Charlie has the power.
Now,
I know.
I didn't see this, but
I know.
This is not an old hippie white man. That's supposed to be a Native American right there, George C. Scott.
Yes.
They ain't even bother to put no. It would be offensive. They ain't even bother to put no red shit on his face.
I know.
They didn't even
I guess they were they were at least that progressive to go like, wait, we're not doing red face.
Yeah, they put the man out in the sun or something.
Yeah.
Go put this white man up here and have him talking about I'm Native American. Get the out here with that.
I know.
Damn. Firestarter, can Drew Barrymore roast his ass a little bit? Give him a little crispy coating to make him look at least a little bit ethnic, just a little bit.
They didn't know what to do.
They didn't know. Y'all should have just made
That was the first thing that stood out to me. Because I love that book. So when George C. Scott is John Rainbird, I was like,
Yeah, Rainbird. This man, y'all gave this man a ponytail, got him looking like Woodstock, and y'all gonna call him Native American. Get the f out of here with
especially
that.
to watch the movie play out, it's like, he is Native American in name only.
No.
Even he didn't know his character was supposed to be Native American.
Why'd you even go that far? You know what he should have been? Should have been an old white dude chasing a little girl.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe he's a retired military dude, let his hair grow out. Really? Do we have to do that? See, that's when Peacock came in and said, see, this is how we're gonna make it better. Mm-hmm. No, we're gonna get a real Native American in this. Step one. Oh boy. Our Firestarter's already better, man. Is it though?
Is that all it takes?
Is it really? That's all y'all got? Native American? So y'all got John Redcorn up in here? And you think you done something? Really? All right. You know what? We'll give you a chance. Let's go ahead and take a look first before I say anything. Let's take a look at that new Firestarter with 100% authentic Native American in it. On Peacock and also in theaters.
If they catch her, they're gonna put her in a cage.
Charlie?
They're gonna run tests on her for the rest of her life. I'll never see her again.
Or maybe they should put her in a cage. You never see her for the rest of your life. Maybe that's the best thing you can do. Bro, I gotta tell y'all something. There ain't no logic in this movie at all. Like I said, according to me. Now, Martin saw it, I don't know his feelings, and I'm not gonna dare talk about his opinion if he likes this, but you can see where I'm kind of going with this.
If Phil catches me, I'm not special, I'm a monster!
Yeah, what about that cage? Because it looked like she need to be in one.
No.
Yeah.
Who is it? It's the bad people. Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Nanny, come take her.
Shit. Either you put her ass in a cage or y'all open a barbecue business.
Real life superhero.
Don't do that. Don't start dick riding Marvel and all these other superhero movies trying to get people in like that. Oh, a real life super. No.
I know. It's the flavor of the day.
Yeah. No, people. This ain't Chronicle. This ain't Doctor Strange. This ain't none of that. No, they trying to.
But Corey, at the end, she might have a costume.
I might have a costume, a straitjacket. That's the thing that made me mad at this movie, because I knew from the beginning. I said, I don't know how this movie's gonna be, but y'all trying to trick people into watching this. I'm like, no, don't do that shit.
You need to understand how to use it. It can't be a reaction.
Even that crow said, bullshit!
It's gotta be a decision. It's the only way to control it.
Oh, did she blow that crow in?
That crow was a snitch. He had to go.
That wasn't even the movie.
It wasn't.
No, why did y'all put that in the book? I would have made that better. Look at this. All right, I see you, bitch. Oh, you gotta go.
It's gotta be a decision.
No, wait, no! You know what I wish would have happened when that crow blew up? I wish chicken wings would have flew around, little drumlets. I wish a goddamn like a bucket of chicken, a 2-piece. I wish a 2-piece would have came raining down.
Now that would have been hilarious, like in the cartoons where it heats and blows up, but there's just a whole crow's carcass there, cooked with.
It's a turkey up there. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you, if that didn't tell you no when they blew up that crow.
Be a decision.
Boy, that looked like some asylum effects there.
It does. Which is why they didn't include it in the movie, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure too, but you know what? You might as well have. People, I mean, actually, I wish you had. I wish you had put that in there, a whole bunch of special effects just like it. Now, again, my opinion right here, but this movie's a bath, is what I call it. Bland as is the best I can say about this movie. This movie, and not that it didn't have the potential to actually be probably not like the big screen movie that they thought it would be. It deserves to be where it is on Peacock.
Except it is in theaters too.
But they put it in theaters and it didn't need to be there.
No.
But it didn't. It's not going to be that kind of movie that deserves to be in theaters the way it was going right now. But it could have been something good for streaming. Mm-hmm. So for people who don't know the story, whether it be the novel that came out. When did that novel come out?
I don't know.
But the movie came out in 1984.
I think I was in high school when I read it.
So if you don't know anything about this, the trailer's kind of telling you what you need to know. It's got a little 10-year-old girl right here who's born with special gifts, which include being able to read people's minds, move objects with her mind, and set mother on fire if she wants to.
Pyrokinesis.
Pyrokinesis is what they call it. Just think of it like like when people talk about how dangerous the X-Men are. Mm-hmm. They would see this and be like, see? See what we're talking about. They got to go. And you would probably agree, because the girl is considered dangerous. She has tremendous power for being such a young age, to being able to kill several people at once with her mind. Now,
and she's getting stronger as she gets older.
Yeah.
They say when she becomes an adult, she's probably can start a nuclear explosion.
Exactly. So, naturally the government is like, okay, we got to do something about this. But being that she has parents that do love her, they feel like it's their need to protect her, and they try to hide out as much as they can. Charlie's already getting mad over simple things because she's becoming an adolescent, but also depriving her of things like the internet and cell phones, like other people her age have, and people calling her a freak because she doesn't have them. Why the put this girl in public school anyway?
Well, they can't afford anything else. Because they have to do everything by cash basis and get paid under the table. They don't have a lot of money. It's just that you cannot have a kid go to school without bullies.
Exactly, and you know this. You know when this girl's going to school living like this, living like a goddamn Amish girl, that kid's gonna make fun of her. You talking about, we must control her powers, until some son of a bitch picks on her at school and she decides to cook that food. The beginning of this started out kind of cool, I think.
I thought so too.
No, listen, at the beginning of this, you have, well, you know I love Mazaki Poo. Even with that dad bod, he's playing dads now.
Is it really a dad bod? He looks like his normal self.
No, it ain't no dad bod. He's just thicker than what he was
Yeah.
before. He got more muscles now.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? They did give you a scene where he had to get up in the middle of the night, have his shirt off, and put it back on. I was like, all right. But Zaki plays Andy. Victoria is his wife. And what they don't tell in the trailer is that they also have powers, which is why they gave birth to a girl with powers. But they were part of an experiment when they were younger, when they were in college.
Yeah, it's like Pharmaco.
Yeah, where they don't look like they're in college, by the way. At least she didn't.
What can you do?
Put a wig on them and hope people buy that shit, but okay, sure. But yeah, they do this lab study where it's driving people insane. They're clawing their eyeballs out. They're losing their minds. But these two just happen to actually get away with their minds intact. Andy does these seminars with people to get rid of their addiction. He does it through his power of mind control. And I forgot what she does, but
she doesn't use her powers much. I think it was mind reading.
Yeah,
that she does, and a little bit of telekinesis.
Yeah.
Actually, a lot of telekinesis.
Yeah, so they're trying to get by in secret as much as they can. As we say, they're staying off the grid, trying to be as normal as possible so that they won't get the attention of the government, who does definitely want them. And once they get them, they're not going to let it go. You know how it goes. So, at the beginning, man, and that's actually more like a sci-fi action movie, or more like a sci-fi movie with small horror elements in there. So it's not really a full-fledged horror film. But I like how they showed them surviving, man. I like that whole deal of how they show their life is structured, even if it was a little outlandish sending her to school like this. And I think they should have played this up. I do like how that they have this whole thing between the mom and the dad. Mom is saying, let's train her to use her powers. Let's teach her while she's still young. Dad is like, look, I'm using my powers more and more, and that shit is killing me. I'm crying blood every time I use it now. And I don't know how much more I got in me. If she starts to use it more, she can end up the same way. Ain't everybody like you, they can use their powers and be cool.
Well, plus the mom's she's barely even using her powers. He's like, you don't even use your shit, so you don't know what it's like.
They're arguing with each other, trying to figure it out back and forth, and I like that dynamic. He wants to suppress her, mom wants to train her. And old Uncle Corey said, put that bitch somewhere and hide her, I'll kill her. Because one of the things I liked about this is that I think at first they're trying to tell you that, all right, no matter how much mom and dad love this girl, the audience is looking at this and saying, she gotta go. Because we get to see just how dangerous she is.
Sure.
There's
how out of control, how she's on the verge of doing something catastrophic.
Yeah. I mean, there's things in here where it scared me. They don't try to always make you feel for Charlie in this movie. Charlie's is frightening. She's one of the more horrible aspects of this, or horrible aspects of this, as far as being a horror movie that it goes. They did something to a cat in here, and I was like, God damn.
That cat.
You know what? Listen.
I know you hate when I say that, but you had to give it to me on this one.
No, I 100% agree with you. With old Felix Amoris, whatever the hell his name is, Mr. Tibbles, whatever his name is. But no, cat. But really, it just showed like, okay, the cat is the first thing. She's gonna start moving up to humans next.
It's okay, Miss. I won't hurt them.
Yeah, that's what you get.
That's your ass.
Yeah, Cat thought he was gonna scratch her and just strut away. You know you gonna get a blowtorch to the face.
Bet you won't do that next time. Oh shit.
Even that cat look at her. Ah shit. Look, the cat had it coming. I'm gonna tell you that. But the girl is scary because you just can't go around spit roasting people that you get mad at, which is the potential right here. So yeah, man, when she gets pissed off at people. So I like the way they at least they made me afraid of her.
Sure.
And I felt like, man, sometimes I feel sympathetic towards her, and sometimes, she's a child, and I feel like, all right, you know what? Man, I do feel for you, and I'm sorry it's got to be this way.
I felt sympathetic toward the parents.
Yeah, well, I did too up until a point.
It's being a parent, it's hard to say I have to get rid of my child.
Yeah, but I definitely with her. I was like, about 30% of me was like, oh, poor girl, and another 70% of me like, no, this bitch got to go somewhere, whether it's death or in a facility. But she don't need to be free walking around roasting pets and shit.
Hey man, train your cat, you'll be all right.
That cat wasn't even nobody's pet, man.
I know, that's a feral cat.
Yeah.
I know. My thought was, you didn't teach her not to pick up feral animals?
Yeah. Cat goaded her. That cat baited her over there. Cat thought he was doing something too. Bitch, I don't belong to nobody. Yeah, take that shit. Ah! Shit. There was some other cool things in here, man. I like John Beasley's a character actor that pops up.
Oh, yeah.
I liked him in the movie, even though I don't think his resolution in the movie was done well, but I liked him in the movie.
He was complex.
Yeah. Even though sometimes he was always going around, I told you, I jump the gun sometimes. I just overreact sometimes. I was like, okay, man, overreacting that goddamn much. So you overacting now. John Carpenter does the score here along with his two other people. I forgot. I think one might be his son or something. But John Carpenter does the score for this. So it's good to have him back. Even like the way this picture's like, these hands create wonderful things. But for me, the movie's bland because it lacks character. It lacks emotion. There's a heart to this story that they miss.
Well, and that was the thing with the 1984 movie, was that it missed so much of the character. Like, what made the book good was the character, and the 1984 movie cut so much of it out. This one, at an hour and 34 minutes, cuts almost all of it out.
People, there's a heart to this movie. I mean, without me having read the book, but there's a heart in this movie that should be emphasized. And before they do any kind of action or they do any kind of sci-fi or horror stuff, they should be concentrating on these characters, on these people. The heart of the story is the bond between this family and eventually the bond between this father and this daughter. What I felt should be more complicated by the fears that he eventually has of his daughter, which they don't really touch in this movie. At least they had the opportunity to show that a few times in this movie, man. This movie sets up a lot of interesting subplots of storylines here and drops the ball on all of them. They set up the shot and they just completely missed that shit. So Charlie, you saw in this trailer right here. We were making fun of it, but it was a very interesting thing that they did here, and they showed you here in the trailer. Let me see if I can actually find it here. That shot where he set the mom on fire, man. She set the mom on fire. Because this girl is becoming, she's 10 or 11, she's pretty soon she's going to be a teenager. And she's starting to have those thoughts in her head of like, why have you raised me like this? Why have you done this to me where I'm being picked on by the kids and it's not their fault, it's your fault? And she takes that out on her parents in ways where she don't just yell or stomps out the room or, your mama hates you. No, that comes with fire. Here's the funny thing. She wasn't even aiming for mom.
I know. That's the thing, to set her mom on fire and tell her dad, like, I was actually trying to set you on fire.
Yeah,
that does not help at all.
She told Zach, she said straight up, he's like, well, I'm sure mom can forgive you. Tell mom I wasn't trying to get her. I was actually aiming for you. Yeah. Now at that point, dad should be like, well, okay, that changes everything.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah, at this point, dad should be like, beep, boop, beep, yeah, beep, beep. Yeah. Dad should be trying to figure out how to process this. On the one hand, I would never do anything to hurt my daughter. But on the other hand, that bitch just threatened me. she just threatened to cook my ass. So you know what?
A credible threat. Too.
Yeah. So now we have a situation of me or you. and
it can't be me.
And you know what? It can't be me. It's kind of one of those things when your parents tell you know what, I brought you this world, I take your ass out. This girl just sat up here and turned this man's wife's arms into brisket.
Yeah.
So it's not.
Which upon her arms being set on fire, she did not make a move to put those out. She's standing there looking at him like, look what you did. Like, I feel like the natural reaction to being on fire is running around trying to get to water or stop, drop, and roll.
Apparently, she's never touched heat before and been burned.
I don't understand the sensation.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's not good.
She even, babe, your first reaction as an infant is to know when something's hot and to pull away.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what goddamn telekinesis has done to her arms, but or maybe she was trying to fight this shit.
See what you did? Like, look at this.
Yeah. Shit, what you waiting for? People to get barbecue sauce? You know, but you look at that and it's like, all right, you just burned this woman's arm. You told me that was me that you were aiming for. And she told him this in a car. And instead of like instead of looking at this and being like, oh fuck, you know, what am I gonna do? Or the movie tries to like figure out how to work this situation out because that's pretty serious.
Yeah.
He looks at her and he's like, oh, my little girl. You know, and they never talk about that shit again. They drop that quick. I'm just like, okay, so we just, you know, you're not gonna like introduce, so you would introduce this whole thing where a little girl just threatened to burn her father to death, which she admitted to, and we just gonna walk away and be like, oh, you want more ice cream? It's like, you, no, that's to me. If either you follow through with it, that's a heavy plot line. Either you follow through with it, or you don't bring it up at all. You know, this is not any big spoilers or anything. A lot of people talking about how much this movie's bullshit anyway. But if you're really upset about the spoilers, might drop a little bit here. But when mom dies, Charlie, she might be, you know, there's a few times she's like, you killed my mom, ooh, you gonna get it. But Andy, Zach, he barely sheds a tear. Now I know they're on the road, but that's not like they don't even talk about it that much. I'm like, but again, let's at least show some emotion about this because this is what this movie's lacking. All these people are just types here. The bad government people.
That's your whole thing. Where you say like they need to give her over to the government, but then you get to the government people, which is Gloria Rubin and Kurtwood Smith, and they're just such pastiche, caricature bad government people. Where you're like, well, okay, we can't give it to them, but it's got to be somebody.
No, just these are people straight out of these people. These are textbook bad government people.
Yeah.
All they want to do is find the thing that's different out there, the alien, the superhero, the mutant, and dissect it and study it. Mm-hmm. That's it. That shit is cartoonish at this point.
And they're completely insincere in everything they say, and they barely try to cover that.
Yeah, this shit is a cartoon at this point. They did it better than E.T. Because E.T. at least didn't show the scientists that much. Because they knew that they said these scientists ain't shit. These scientists ain't got nothing to say. They kept them all covered up, had them like come in and peek around E.T. for a little bit, and E.T. rose up in the sky and rode away. But they try to treat these like they're characters. They ain't characters.
They're not. And yeah, for all this, you know, trying to modernize things, because one of their ways of modernizing it is like, well, now the agents, they have contacts that stop the psychics from working on them. It's like, okay, that makes no sense whatsoever, because we see the powers get used without looking directly at people. But if you're going to modernize it, have it to where from the government, these people's point of view, everything you've been saying in the beginning, where they're like, listen, she genuinely is a threat. Yeah. We're you might not like us, but we're trying to do something to protect people.
You know what? That would have been actually something if they had made them seem like they had a point. Mm-hmm. And it's like, all right, maybe they're not. Maybe we feel bad for this girl, but damn, I'm conflicted. You know, on the one hand, y'all are like, you gonna cut this girl up, or you gonna destroy her, or lock her up? And it's like, on the other hand, it's like, okay, I see what you're saying. As hard as it is,
she cannot be just running around loose.
As hard as it is, it has to happen. I get it. All right, but man.
And then what they do with John Rainbird.
Oh man, let me tell you something about this John Rainbird dude. So So the closest thing that they have to a character having any depth, and it ain't, and it's done badly there too, is this dude John Rainbird, the authentic Native American this time, the real one. But the way they present him, he's presented as the depth he has. He's the edgy janitor who also has powers. Who when he's not mopping hallways like you see right here. Oh, people, here it comes.
Oh yeah.
When this fool is not mopping hallways at the high school, or when he's not working for the government because they need him for a job. This is the part that made me say, all right, this movie's some bullshit. He's sitting around his apartment, his cool ass Hot Topic apartment. He's listening to industrial goth music, sitting on ladders with his shirt off, posing shirtless with his tattoos. Y'all don't believe me? Watch. Oh yeah, this is Rainbird. Oh, I was very busy right now. Yeah. That fool is sitting around posing. He's posing like Batman on a building.
Yeah, like who's supposed to be looking at him right now?
He was on a ladder, like he was at a photo shoot. Listen to goddamn goth music. Yeah. He ain't live with nobody. Wasn't nobody around. He was hoping that the girl across the building was probably there so she could look out through the window. Fool, look at this man. Oh, my powers are so deep. Just posing at the window for anybody who's passing by.
I know.
Yeah, man. It was
it was frustrating to see this because at first you're like, oh, they got an actual Native American, and wow, they completely wasted him and took away everything that was interesting about this character.
Oh yeah. Shit, that's when people like saying, hey man, bring that fake Native American back.
Yeah, right.
Bring back the white dude. At least he was kind of cool.
Well, the thing that's most frustrating, from the book and the original movie, was that John Rainbird was never painted in a good light. Mm-hmm. Like when they had captured Charlie, he was posing as a janitor so he could get close to her and learn her secrets. Built this whole friendship so he could betray her and kill her.
Yeah.
But you watch this, and he's just an assassin, and they do the whole thing where they're like, well, we can't make the Native American the bad guy.
Yeah.
So even though he does something heinous in the beginning, he has to be the hero by the end. I was like, man,
they try to give him redemption arc, and that made no sense.
It made no sense.
This man killed about 20 people in this movie, and then at the end they're gonna be like, "Oh, I'm sorry." It's like no,
killed her mom.
Yeah,
and she been like, "Well, it's all right though."
Yeah, just because she saw herself in a mirror, kill that motherfucker first, and then move on, and then be a better person.
Yeah, what about Charlie would make her forget that incident that set everything off to begin with?
Yeah, she been going through the whole movie talking about, ooh, you killed my mom. Ooh, where that Indian at? Ooh, where Red Corn at? I'm gonna get him. And then when she finally get him, she's like, oh, you're all right.
Right. Let's go off and have adventures.
His delivery is flat. Like as the movie goes on, the acting is pretty cool.
I think Zach is pretty good in it.
Yeah, poor old Zach can't catch a break, man.
I know.
He just cannot choose a project because he's usually good in all these projects.
He was holding me on to this because I was like, man, he's working. It's just everything
really
around him.
Him and Sidney Lemon, who plays his wife, Victoria, they both were really good, man. The acting between them is good. This guy just cannot just catch a project that is good, and this ain't helping. But the delivery after a certain point, once mom is gone and you just left with Zach. Zach can't carry this whole movie now.
No, he's trying, but he can't.
Man, as muscular as you are with got the abs, you can't carry this whole movie by yourself,
No.
my man. You cannot do it. I'm sorry. You strong, but ain't that strong. And everybody's delivery is either very flat. The dialogue is terrible. Now they try to have an excuse with Gray Eyes or whatever his name is, Rainbird. They try to have an excuse with him because they try to make him talk. like a Native American, because you know Native Americans never get married. they all try to sound wise when they talk.
Let her go or it's gonna get a lot worse.
Where's mommy?
She has no aim without sight. If she
Stop. Just shut up. She has no aim without sight. She is the chosen.
I know, and just making up stuff right there on the spot.
Yeah, and he's a good actor. Don't get me wrong. His name is actually Gray Eyes. I forgot his first name. So yeah, that don't prove to you that he's pure Native American right there. Oh, that's a great makeup job. But yeah, this guy, he's actual Native American. He's good. But like I said, it's the dialogue that they give him and the way they tell him to deliver that dialogue.
Sure.
So yeah, I'm not even blaming him. But yeah, man. And plus, you start to see how everybody else's the dialogue is, the delivery is, and it's like, oh, this is not a Native American thing. This is a direction thing. This is a script thing that they have right here.
Yeah, it just feels like everybody's rushing through it.
Yeah. All right, everybody, let's take a quick break. Got to do a commercial right here. You know, got to pay for these reviews, pay these bills around here. But, you know, as I always tell you, man, I try to sell you on things that I think you could use. And for those of you out there, now some of you, you're young, but you're moving into houses now, whether you're renting these nice houses or you're buying a place, you still got to take care of that yard. And it's summertime. You know, everybody's taking care of their grass now. Well, folks, the reason I'm telling you this is because I want to introduce to you, if you haven't seen it already, Sunday. I'm not talking about the day. I'm talking about the lawn care service that we have right here. As I said, you got that nice home, and one of the nicest thing about your home is your yard. And Sunday wants to help you keep your yard looking that way without a bunch of bad stuff for you, a bunch of bad stuff for your kids, a bunch of bad stuff for your pets out there, everything that you love. You don't want all those toxic things around it. So here's how Sunday works right here. You know, Sunday, they help you grow a very nice and beautiful lawn. It also helps you control the pests in that lawn and fight weeds and everything. But as I told you, without all of the toxic stuff, pesticides and chemicals. I told you my wife yelled at my ass because I got a guy came over here and put chemicals all in this yard. She said, "You trying to kill this ecosystem we got back here?" She's trying. Yeah, she's trying to. Yeah, she's trying to say Pixie, Mojo, the squirrels, everything. Man, that wasp that stung me a little while ago. Hey, that's just part of nature, baby. You trying to kill it? So yeah, man. The reason now the way they do this is actually pretty interesting. You can see it in this little video right here. They have custom lawn care just for you, and it's very easy. So you go to Sunday.com, or I'm sorry, you go to GetSunday.com. There it is, GetSunday.com. Go to GetSunday.com, and what they'll do is they'll put your address in, and that way they can like take an analysis of your lawn. And they'll also use the soil and create climate data, and they will create a personal nutrition plan for your yard, and they deliver it to your door. So it's a personal plan just for you. And you take what they send you and you put it on easily attach it to the end of your hose, and you just spray it on your yard.
Nice.
Yeah, it's that easy, man. They do all the work. They get to know your lawn, and they have things in it just in case you want to know what's in this. It's all natural. They got things like seaweed, molasses, iron, you know, that nice hipster diet.
Sure.
Your lawn's gonna be healthier than you are once it's all done. It actually really is cool, man. I've had a few people call me up and say, is it that easy? And if it is, can you put me on? They heard the show and whatnot, friends of mine. So, you know, I've already put one person on to this, and they tried it, and I think they're liking it so far. So here's what you do, people. Get it, because Sunday is offering you 20% off your custom plan. They customize it for you and give you 20% off. Go to getsunday.com/toasted and go in there with that link and you'll get 20% off your custom plan. All right, everybody, I want to thank Sunday for sponsoring and supporting this part of the show, and all of you, of course, for all your support. Get that lawn looking nice. All right, where were we? Oh, talking about how shallow this movie is, man, and how these people are types. We already named the government people. Oh, you got the kind strangers that come up. Even though I like some of these people, that's still types just to move the movie along. Mom and dad even a type after a certain while. But then they get right down to it's almost sad when they get down to the bullies.
Oh, I know.
Boy,
like, must we? And must be these?
yeah, boy, the bullies have just gotten ridiculous right now in these Stephen King movies. Adults don't even discipline them no more.
Which is weird because the teacher is right there to encourage the girl and never say anything to
I got the scene right here. Hold on. A kid, you can see in this clip right here. A kid is getting ready to knock the shit out of Charlie. She's playing dodgeball, and for once in her life, she's happy at school. Mm-hmm. And the teacher's like, "Oh, that's very good, Charlie." And that kid behind her like, "Oh yeah, f you, Charlie."
Loser. Let's go.
And went about that day like nothing happened. The teacher was right there, like you
looking
said,
right at him,
and didn't say a word about it. You know, at least in movies, I mean, the teacher would at least run in at the last minute and be like, "Now, Jimmy, what have we said?"
Well, also, so often with movies with these bullies, they somehow manage to have the teacher nowhere around. Like, they do all this shit because the adults are never around.
Yeah.
Here's a teacher right there at ground zero. Almost could have got hit herself.
The effects are cheap in here too, man. That's when I started to say, like, this don't even feel like a full movie.
It doesn't.
These actors they have in here, this shit just seems so. This is why I say it's like a demo reel. The effects don't even seem like they're complete in this. They got one in here where I was like, God, that look like cartoons, man.
Someone's here.
No, Charlie! No!
It's like who did the effects for this? Hanna-Barbera? Look at this.
It's like a Dragon Ball Z.
It's like it came from a He-Man cartoon. Y'all see that? Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. What is it, Street Fighter? Hadouken. Yeah, what? Somebody said, really?
Yeah.
Get out of here. Wait, really? I mean, come on, y'all. Y'all see, yeah, it looked like that was hand animated. I can go through this and see the different drawings. Look at this.
Yep.
That was 6 drawings right there. Mm-hmm. People, it feels like a TV movie.
Yeah.
It feels like one of those TV movies from the 1990s, back when they were trying to do Stephen King adaptations, because one did well, so a lot of people tried to do more.
Sure. Yeah. It felt like something on network.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Let me see here. Yeah, this is look. I mean, even for streaming, look, you can't do this shit, y'all. Not when Netflix is putting Peacock. What y'all trying to do? You ain't gonna be in the game long. You doing shit like this. You got Netflix, and I know everybody think, oh, Netflix in trouble. This is our shot.
They ain't in that much trouble.
No, if you shooting yourself in the foot of the ass, yeah, because Netflix is still putting stuff out there. It looks like it got millions upon millions of dollars out there. Of course. You know, things happen so quick in this movie. It's ridiculous. So the gist of the movie is that Charlie has to break into the facility, the government facility, the dark, shadowy government facility.
The shop.
Yeah, the shop is what they call it. The dark government facility to save her dad. And she got in that bitch easy. She walked in.
Oh, it's going to be real hard for you to break in there. No, it's going to be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really?
She got in there easy. Now, you would think that a government facility a building full of superpowered people, you would think that you would put one dude outside with a gun. One dude.
If it's secret, you ain't to worry about anybody breaking in. No, nobody knows where it is, so don't spend money on security.
Well, how did that work out for you? I don't give a fuck. Put Paul Blart out there on a Segway. Anything.
I know, we got these cool foil suits.
Yeah. Son, put a goddamn cutout. Put a hologram, anything out there. They had no one. Shit, give a Bush a gun or something. They had no one, not out there doing protection of that shit. She walked over there.
Yeah.
And you know where she got her shit from? One dude going home who didn't know how to use his gun.
No.
She strolled up in that bitch. He took that dude's key card and walked right on in. Didn't have shit. Yeah, Oh,
that dude cracked me up, too. You have a gun? No.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean this one right
Yeah,
here?
dude, I'm gonna tell y'all. Tell me this don't look like a dumb mother. Tell me, the
moment you see him, you're like, you're gonna die.
you are dead because you don't know, you don't look like you know what you're doing.
Right?
They gave this fool a gun. He even look like, why y'all give me this? That gun got him killed. Look at him. Hey, who are you?
Oh, like you don't know. Why are you so scared? I'm just a little girl.
Fool pulled out. Yeah, you know, I'll shoot you. Yeah, how did it work out for him?
To be afraid.
Hey, cooked his ass. The dialogue is terrible in this,
It is
man.
terrible.
You know, the big bad agent here, the government, the chief Hollister, who's played by Gloria Rubin here. He probably Mr. Email. I mean, like Mr. Email.
Mr. Robot.
Mr. Robot.
Yeah. She used to be on ER, but yeah, Mr. Robot.
Okay. Mr. Robot. Yeah, she's the head of the facility, and boy, she has some of the worst dialogue in here.
I am so sick of the head of whatever government that just walks around and barks orders at people.
Oh yeah.
I'm so sick of that.
It makes bad puns.
Yeah.
Bad jokes or remarks. Like she comes in to talk to the professor who was the head of the program at one time for the super people. And he says, I never expected one to walk in a dress. And her line is, with all due respect, Captain, or with all due respect, sir, the captain wouldn't look as good as this dress. I wouldn't have the legs for this dress. I was like, get the f*** with that. Yeah, that's what it was. The captain wouldn't have the legs for this outfit. Hopefully he had better dialogue than you did.
Probably not.
No, probably not. Yeah, this is, I don't know. It's almost like after 20 minutes of this movie, they had a different writer who came in who just didn't give a shit. Mm-hmm. Like the writer who was doing something good left, and the other, the next director, the next writer came in and said, you know what, I got something else I'm doing right now. I'll do this shit quick.
I think this movie's been in development for a while, and then it became a Jason Blum property that he was going to try to release earlier, and Peacock probably just bought it off of him.
Okay. Jason Blum, you gotta start giving people more than $10 to do this shit with.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, shit, give them an extra $2 or anything, man.
That $2 can make all the difference.
Hell, they can buy a better Photoshop or After Effects package, something, anything. Damn, boy, you couldn't even give them.
This is the placeholder, right? He won't give us more money. This is all we got. Oh, really?
What computer did y'all do this on? A computer from 2012?
An Amiga.
An Amiga? That girl is shooting cartoons out of mine. Animation! Yeah, that's some bullshit for me, man. I wish I could go in and give it like more credit for the way it was good in its own way, in its own cheap little way, the way it was good at the beginning of the movie. But yeah, after 15, 20 minutes, it just seems like it's not even trying anymore.
Yeah, that's the sad part about it, is that you can almost mark the place where the movie gives up, where it's just rushing to get through it all, just to get to the end.
I don't go into this talking about this, cold-hearted way. I really feel bad for the actors, especially Zac Efron. I know I make Zac Efron gay jokes all the time, but Zac Efron really is a good actor, and he's somebody that's trying to go into like roles now that gets past his looks, gets past his reputation. As far as being like, oh, he was that really handsome Disney guy. Like he's matured well, and the dad role suits him. Yeah, and it's just really bad that this guy fire your agent. Just get somebody else, because these projects, he's just not found a project that's pushed him over.
I know. Well, you think your agent comes to you and is like, I got a Stephen King adaptation. Stephen King is hot again right now. So you'd be like, all right, hey, this sounds good. All right. Who else is in it? Well, it's pretty much you. Oh, no. The dad from that 70s show, he's going to be it. Oh, Kurtwood Smith, I love him. He can tell you that he's got one scene.
Yeah.
It's basically a cameo.
Yeah. Damn, even he looks like, I'm so tired.
No. I worked really hard on this. Nobody else
Just
did.
one movie. So, hey, I hope nobody bought Peacock for this. Yeah.
Gotta get my Stephen King on.
Yeah, man.
Well, the bad thing for them is they do something like this, and next time they got like, all right, we got a premiere on Peacock. People are like, I seen you coming last time. Man.
Yeah.
Never
I hope
mind.
nobody bought Peacock for this because you got a lame duck instead. I'm sorry, y'all. And this ain't gonna have nobody going out buying Peacock either. And Peacock, you ain't gonna last long if you don't spend more money on something now. So I don't know what you got to do that. Take a loan or something, but don't do this shit no more.
Yeah, it seemed like a get-rich-quick scheme. Like
Yeah.
we could buy this for cheap and put it out there, and this will be our own movie that's in theaters and stream at the same time.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
no.
Shit, get that to the Redbox channel or something, man. Redbox, you got a channel? I hear Peacock having a sale right now. They having a fire sale. You want to come buy something for cheap? Come get this, man. Hey everyone, support our Patreon, which helps us to continue bringing you our live streams, videos, and podcasts while bringing you new content such as exclusive live streams and animated shorts.